Okay, hello everyone, Victor Mama from Excel Moments, and in this video I'm not going to be sitting in Microsoft Excel, I'm going to be sitting in Google Sheets. Why? Because I want to show you a feature that it's cool in Google Sheets that I haven't been able to find in Excel. And this is not to say, oh, Google Sheets is better, because I don't get into such debates. This is just one of those cases where you have something in one tool that you don't have in the other. And of course, the converse, is also true. So what are we talking about here today? We are talking about find and replace with regular expressions, Regex. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If you go to the edit tab and you do find and replace, you can tell that I'm using a Mac. You could use Command Shift and H. The same thing, it pulls up a dialog just like Excel's find and replace. Of course, Excel's find and replace, you can use wildcards, asterisks, question mark, and tildes to match, very simple patterns. But regular expressions are more powerful when it comes to pattern recognition and pattern matching. So you would see that in Excel, you have normally match case, match entire cells content, but you don't have set using regular expressions. And that's what I want to use, for my example in this video. Okay, so what's the example I'm going to be doing today? It's a simple one, and this is just to show, how to use find and replace with regex. Not to say that this problem cannot be solved in many other ways that are also very simple or even simpler. So I have a lot of names here of sports personalities. So it's first name space last name. I purposely made it that simple and also made sure that they all have just English names. Hopefully there's nobody with some funny, alphabet with some accent on it, that would probably fail based on what I want to do. So it's just that simple. And what I want to achieve at the end of this is just to reverse the names. Okay, so this is Kobe space Brian. I want to have Brian, comma, space Kobe. Okay, Lionel Messi, Messi, comma, space Lionel Williams, comma, space Serena. That's what I want to achieve. Now you can do this with formulas, of course. Write a formula here, get the result. You now need to do copy, paste as values, or cut, paste as values, But the beautiful thing about find and replace is that it replaces it in situ. Okay, so let's go here, let's go back, let's do Ctrl Shift H. Now we are going to be using, regex here, and I'm going to try to explain, even though there are a lot of videos online that explain, regex, and I have some as well, but it's very easy to follow once you know what the patterns are. Okay, so now the first question is, what are we looking for? Find. We are looking for, names that are like first name space last name, right? So first name space last name, where the first name contains alphabets A to Z, as many as the person's name is, and you have a space, and then you have the last name containing alphabets A to Z. Okay, so now for Kobe, for example, if you really want to get into the specifics, you will say it starts with an uppercase, you have some lower cases, you have a space, you have an uppercase starting the last name, you have lower cases following, right? But I want to make it easy here and do what I will call a case insensitive regex, right? So where I will treat uppercase and lowercase as the same. I'm doing this for simplicity. I'm not saying that that's the most accurate thing to do, but for simplicity. So what I'm going to do here is this. When you want to match, a series of, say, characters that you think would occur, you put them in square brackets, right? So here, if I say this, A to Z, the meaning of this in square brackets is that look at the pattern and see, as in the strings there, and see if any of them has any character between A and Z. This is equivalent to writing A, B, C, D, kind of like that kind of thing. But this is a shorthand. So A to Z. So it's going to look and see, oh, do I see A to Z? Yes. K obviously will fall somewhere in between here. So it will say, yes, I can see that K. But it then needs to match O, B, E. Right? So by just writing A to Z, you're not going to match everything, you're going to match just one character. So when you know that the character can occur multiple times or one or more times, you can use a quantifier. In this case, you can do something like this, A to Z plus. What this means is that look for a character between A to Z, and then see if characters A to Z occur one or more times. Okay, so why I'm not putting a specific number is that I don't know how long the person's name is going to be. I cannot use 4. 4 will match Kobe, fine, but 4 will not match Michael. Okay, so it's better to use plus, which is to say one or more. After that, which is the first name, so this is going to match the first name. There's a space, right? That's the space between the first and the last name. The last name is basically the same as the first, so you also do the same thing. Okay, A to Z plus, right? So this is like saying first name, space, last name. right? And that's that. Okay, so that's the first thing, and that would work. That will find all these names. But now, because you want to reverse them, you want to get the first name, you want to get the last name, and then use them in your results. It means you want to capture them. So you don't just want to match the entire pattern. You want to match the first name to, you want to match the last name. Whenever you want to use, more or less like subgroups, like sub patterns out of the longer pattern, you use parentheses. So what I mean is that what I will do is this. I will just wrap the first name here. This part will match the first name. I'll wrap it in parentheses, and I'll wrap the last name in parentheses. So what Regex will do here is that Regex will match Kobe brand. It will then match and keep Kobe. It will then match and keep brand, so that I can use Kobe and brand separately. If I don't do this, it's just going to be Kobe brand, and I won't be able to do what I want to do as the reversal. Okay, so now it says replace with. So what it does is, after you put them in parentheses this way, the first one is captured as group 1, the next is captured as group 2. If there were more, they'll be captured as group 3, 4, and 5, and so on. So what do we want to do? We want to have the surname or the last name come first, which is group 2. You reference it with $. So it means that I want $2. This is just saying, from this pattern, when you match it, give me the second one. The second here, obviously in the parentheses, is the last name. So it's going to give me brand. And I want to put a comma, I want to put a space, and then I want to put the first name. What's the first name? The first name is what it matched in the first group, which is this. So that's what $1. Okay, so $2 comma space $1 just means whatever you matched in the second group, which is the last name, a comma, a space, and what you match in the first group, which is the first name. And this, I think, should work. There's only one problem: the match case. If you leave this match case on, then it's not going to work, because this pattern is using all uppercase, A to Z. It's not doing something like this. It's not considering lowercase. So it's taking uppercase and lowercase as the same. So for it to work, you have to say this is case insensitive. If not, it will be looking for names that have all of their alphabets in uppercase. Okay, so now that we have this done, let's do a replace all and see what we get. So watch Kobe brand and let's see what it changes to. Okay, and you see that everybody flips, right? So flips from Kobe brand to brand, comma, space, Kobe. And I was able to do this just using Regex without writing any formulas. And somebody is going to say here, oh Victor, this was much ado about nothing. Like, this is too complex. I could have easily done this with formulas. Trust me, if I were to type this and this, I'll probably be done in 15 seconds. I mean, and I'm not such a fast typer, so. But the point being that I had to explain it, and explaining it, makes it take time. But once you start getting used to, this pattern matching and pattern recognition, you can write very complex patterns that would be, to me, much easier to write than writing very complex formulas with multiple criteria to test a lot of things. So I think it's something you should consider learning. Just take it baby steps, and as you build it up, you see that it's really powerful and you get to like it. So I hope you get to like Regex just the way you like this video. And if you do like this video, please do hit the like button. You can also subscribe to the channel. Excel Moments. For now, I'm out.